on, everybody? You are back with TheReal PG for another NBA player props video for today, Monday, February the 27th. Before we get into the video, if I could please ask you guys to smash that like button, and if you have not yet gotten subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button for the most up-to-date information on player injuries, player line movements, and anything else in regards to today's slate. Before we do get into the picks, I'd like to go over the 3 links in the description section below. First one is going to be to the free Discord. It's about 1,500 people or so talking any sport we are running currently. Tons of plays, tons of ideas, stuff like that. It is free to come in and check it out. If you're curious about how we've been doing in general in the Discord, you can feel free to go through the Discord trophy shelf and take a look. Been lots and lots of green slips lately. Been going very, very well. Second link is going to be to my Patreon. If you want more than what you're getting for free on YouTube or in the Discord, the Patreon might be for you. If you're curious about how the Patreon is run, you can check out the testimonial section. Tons of people outside of myself will be dropping their opinions in here, as well as winning slips that they've tailed, ideas on kind of how they feel the Patreon has been going for them personally, and you'll be getting lots of feedback from lots of different people, as well as lots of green slips. So if this is something that is interesting to you, check it out. As of tomorrow, the third and final link to Thrive Patreon, the promotion will be up come tomorrow. This initially was a 30-day promo. Sign up with my promo code, capital letters PG, make a $10 minimum deposit and just a bet of $1 or more, and DM me on the Discord, and you will get free Patreon till the end of the month. I know this doesn't do much for you at this point, but it is 2 free days to kind of try it before you buy it, so it's not too late to take advantage of those things still. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me in the Discords, and I will get back to you. I'm on there about 18 hours a day. So it is early. It's about 11:45. This board is got 0 on it, but there are 2 plays that at least peak on a first look basis, and that is going to be Jason Tatum today over 40.5 points and rebounds, and RJ Barrett over 17.5 points. Let's take a look into these a little further. So Jason Tatum, keep in mind all these games are with Jaylen Brown, or about 90% are with Jaylen Brown. Most recently versus the Knicks, he did go well over this with a 49 P+R. Following 2 games prior, he did come up quite short, and then back to hitting. So the 2 games that he's played this season so far, one has been a hit, one has been a miss, both of which included Jaylen Brown, which is the key piece to this scenario. If we look on props.cash, without Jaylen Brown on the court, Jason Tatum this year has seen 6 games on the road, and he has hit in 5 of these 6 games, missing 1 against Brooklyn on January the 12th. Outside of that, he has cleared with flying colors for the most part, window of at least 5 points plus rebounds, except for this 1 game versus Charlotte. Today, basically, I expect nothing different. He tends to shine very, very heavily without Brown on the court. If we take a look at what it looks like with Brown on the court, it's quite the difference, as you can see. So, again, if we filter Jaylen out, you see the difference in production with Jason Tatum, and I do see that happening again today. In a pretty fair matchup against the Knicks, let's dig into exactly what the matchup looks like, as I've yet to do this. Just starting research, so the small forward versus the Knicks, and it is actually a top 3 matchup for points. So Tatum should be able to fly over this total, I'm guessing, at 25 points, almost 26 points on average per game to the small forward, and about 7 rebounds. So that's getting you 33 right there on average. Now we got Jason Tatum, superstar, without Jaylen Brown there. I think he should be able to go over this with flying colors. Next look we're going to have is RJ Barrett over his 17.5 points. The Knicks are playing at home today. Let's take a look at what Barrett has been doing. I do personally like the PRA the most, but not offered on Thrive currently. So let's go to the home games for RJ Barrett. And as you can see, he has hit in 2 of the last 3, 3 of the last 5, and 6 of the last 10. Last game versus Boston, he did put up 27. Over the last 5, he's been averaging 18.6 points, which is enough to get him there. Over the last 10, 20.2, and over the season, 21. So basically hitting these in all of the different categories. If we dig into the matchup for Barrett today, Let's dig into this one. So we've got the small forward versus Boston on this side of it. Let's take a look where that would leave him. So on a points-only basis, it is not a great matchup. Not terrible, but 18 points per game. I mean, we're looking for 17.5 out of Barrett. Granted, this is on a full 48 minutes. But Barrett has been playing extremely long. If we dig into the game log versus Boston, he has cleared this 17.5 total in every game but one in the last 7, I believe it is. So we've got a hit with 19, a hit with 27, hit with 19, a miss with 13, hit with 19, hit with 22, hit with 29, hit with 19. Now back in 2019, we've got 2 more misses and another hit. So over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, he has missed 1. So that, along with a very strong Vegas line today, if we dig into Barrett's Vegas line, scrolling down to RJ, and we will see that for the points, he is juiced heavily over at minus 125 to the over. The PRA is really where the juice is, just because there's only a 6 RA difference when he is averaging that by a long shot. In most of these games, getting 6 in the rebound category or 6 in the assist category alone most of these games. But here we had 5 along with enough points to get him over, clearing PRA here, PRA here, PRA here, hooking short on PRA here, hitting PRA, hitting PRA, hitting PRA, hitting PRA, hooking short on PRA, hitting PRA, and hitting PRA. So PRA is definitely the bet, but since we're only given the points, I do like the points enough over on Thrive. So these are going to be the first 2 plays that I have for Thrive today on first looks. So we'll send those through and head on over to Prizepicks. So let's take a look at a couple over here that we did not go through over there. I did send through a couple. We're going to take a look at, again, the Barrett PRA, which I think is incredibly strong. Don't want to leave that off this slip. And then we're going to look at Julius Randle and his PRA as well. So when we look at Julius Randle in this matchup, we are looking for a 37.5 PRA. Last game against Boston, did it in points alone with 37. Game prior, 40 PRA. Game prior was a miss here. So now we're dead back into early 2022, so 2 seasons ago, and here's another close call but miss. So it's been kind of spotty, but these last 2 games out of him, which were both played this year, so the best samples to be using, and he did clear them pretty easily in both games. If we dig into what Randle is doing from home this year, let's take a look at his PRAs. And as you can see at home, he is just flying, going 8 for the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the last 8. So pretty strong home stats. Had 40 against Boston last game, which was enough to clear a Vegas line of 125 to the over, minus 105 to the under. So all checks out there. If we do head over back to the Tatum play, I do prefer the PRA, I think, even though the PRA and the PR, both with Jaylen Brown off the court, look exactly similar. Oops. So Jaylen Brown, and let's go away. So we've got 4 out of the last 5, 5 out of the last 6 on PRA. PR, same thing. If we look at the PA, same thing. Points, not quite as great, but missed by a hook. Otherwise, the exact same thing. So I prefer the PRA. You can take the PR, either one, whichever you prefer. So let's throw Tatum on there as well. And we are going to throw the PRA on this one since we already have PR equity over on the other site. And then last but not least, we are going to take a look at Gordon Hayward playing against Detroit today from home. This is probably the weakest of the props, but I do still think Gordon should be able to surpass this pretty easily. Playing against Detroit today at home, we're looking at just the points. He has hit 3 of the last 4, hooking short in the 1 miss, and then 6 of the last 7 as well. If we take a look at let's search him up, Gordon Hayward, game log versus Detroit. And we will see that Gordon Hayward has gone over this point total of what was it again? Was it 17.5 or 16.5? 16.5. So let's take a look at these game logs again. Being short in the most recent game with only 26 minutes. The game prior, 26 minutes, went over the total. The game prior, 17 over the total. Game prior, now back with Boston, over the total. Game prior, over the total. So he has hit versus Detroit in 4 of the last 5. He has hit in general in 3 of the last 4, hooking short. So I think Gordon Hayward is a relatively strong play today, but of the 4, this is probably my least favorite, but I have no problem throwing him in there today. So these would be the 4 plays that I would be looking at on a first look basis today. Julius Randle over 37.5 PRA, RJ Barrett over 23.5 PRA, Jason Tatum over 44.5 PRA, and Gordon Hayward over 16.5 points. If you are tailing today, I wish you the best of luck. If you want updates on my research throughout the day as it gets deeper and I get a chance to dig a little deeper, the Discord would be the place to be. Otherwise, of course, everything is uploaded first to the Patreon. Till the next one, guys, please gamble within your means, and nothing but the best of luck. Peace.